Okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome to week two. I know you're already kind of maybe a day or so into it, and a few of you are already kind of posting some of your activities. Um, Good start, everybody. You should feel positive about what's going on. You're asking great questions. I know that you're probably a little frustrated, a little bunchy about stuff. It will be okay. It's gonna unfold in a real productive way this next week or two. So you guys had mentioned you had concerns about lack of action research knowledge and how to kind of organize data and how do I find good sources. Those are great concerns. The other discussion board posts listed ideas that you had. You had Common Core, motivation, attitude, character ed, peer reviews, staff morale, EL and comprehension, management, learning styles. These are all terrific ideas. So this week is about taking those ideas, those topics, and kind of beginning the narrowing down process into things called research questions. And yes, questions is plural. You're going to have a primary research question and then one or two secondary research questions. You don't have to have that all laid out right now. What you need is the steps and the process of saying, okay, well, I'm interested in Common Core. Well, that's huge. So, I want to implement Common Core into my classroom. Okay, that's a good start, but that's just a massive undertaking. What specifically about Common Core is of interest to you? What specifically do you think you could manage in about a 6-week implementation timeline? And then you would say, well, I want to do cooperative groupings, or I'm interested in focusing on close reading. Okay, now you're narrowing it down. So then the question is, okay, what specifically are you looking at with close reading? Do you have a deficit in students' comprehension? So you have to build from this idea of, I'm interested in this topic, I have passion about this topic. I also see this is going to benefit my classroom in a particular way. And then you're going to start narrowing it down into fundamental research questions. So this first, I think it's the discussion board number 2 question has to do with list your research questions and your interventions. Don't freak out about that. Begin the process of narrowing down your research questions and your interventions. Interventions is basically what you're going to do to measure the research question. Get your peer responses, and then week 3, the research question. Get your peer responses, and then week 3, you actually start to really finalize that research question. So it doesn't have to be perfectly done this time. So really think of it as a big funnel of topic down to ideas, down to the kind of kernels of the research questions that you're going to operate with. Um, Primary and secondary is really decided by what you feel is most valuable in your outcomes. Sometimes it's an academic kind of outcome, and in other times it's a behavioral or an attitudinal outcome. And whichever one of those do you think fits the higher priority becomes your primary question. So more to come. I know that's a lot of information. Please, please, please pay attention to your emails. I will send long, verbose emails trying to answer all the questions that you guys post on those discussion boards. I don't respond to each of you individually. I try to amalgamate it all together and give it to you in a way that everybody can hear, because you might not even know you have that question. So we'll lean on each other. All right, long enough of a video. Hang in there, everybody. You're welcome to call me. I've already gotten a couple. Please do so. Okay, see you soon.